a medallion of thought allows you to cast 3 times a day or once a day detect thoughts, and then recharges charges every dawn.
Yes, that's it.
Cool. And then, yeah. Well, I'm not sure what you need instance for, but that's your business.
Keep my secrets. Familiar.
I mean, okay, fine, familiar. Thanks. I was like, secrets don't make friends. Just gonna share my screen from my music stream, so we're not running softcore porn in the background.
Oh my god. Now I'm wondering what were you guys seeing in the stream? Like, I'm curious.
We were seeing your Spotify screen.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't see it.
I didn't see
shit. Thank you, Abby.
Right, actually.
This is the energy I needed to stay in the server.
That's funny shit. I'm tickled. Speaking of Abby, Orikai, you are wearing the Infernal Amulet, and we sort of ended last session starting a long rest, and we're going to finish that long rest now, sort of picking up from there. So can you please rule me the Infernal items saving throw? I believe it's... let me check what it is, but...
Wisdom.
Wisdom, thank you. And let me know what you rule there.
So since I know the DC, I passed. This time.
Okay, sounds good. Just curious what you rolled.
This time I rolled a 15.
Nice. Very well done. So the infernal corruption of the item you're wearing does not spread. We'll worry about that another time. So... Can I increase the DC for next time? Whoever wears the Ring of Mind Shielding during long rest, I know it's sort of past hands, and wasn't sure if somebody actually attunes to it other than Amber, or is Amber still wearing it?
I think it didn't really resolve, so I still mechanically have Amber wearing it, but if Isaac had actually taken it, she would have allowed him to, have it and attune to it.
Suppose when how we...
Marcella.
Come again?
Oh, I thought Marcella was the one who had asked to wear it just in case for
oh no,
in the future.
It was 100% you because of you getting your mind assaulted by the Elder Brain. So Amber, in a gesture of like kindness, passed the ring over to you last session.
Right. I'm getting my notes a little mixed up.
That's okay. So it's among you decide, and nice if you guys decide now if either Amber took it back afterwards after leaving Workshop's palace, or if it's still in the possession of the professor, and if the professor wanted to attune to it at the long rest for any reason. I just need to know what's going on with the ring.
I mean, in my mind, it turned out kind of symbolic. So unless you were planning to attune to it.
I had a free attunement slot, but I'd rather take the Robe of Stars now.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can give that back.
So I will keep it then, and
No
I'll have it reattuned if I had unattuned.
Sounds good.
Empty gestures.
It's not empty gesture. It was kind of a moment, and now it's back. So, say for Amber then, by the end of your long rest, waking aboard the barge, the party awake from their long rest, becoming very much aware of something that has linked to their minds, like a presence linking there, and you're aware of this link. Amber is spared from this.
Is it familiar, the presence?
Go by your gut feeling. You just know something has linked itself with your mind. It's not just your voices in your mind. There's susurrations in the background, thoughts that are not your own from time to time. Other than that, as we pick up from where we last left off, I don't think we need a review. I think everybody remembers what happened last week, unless I'm mistaken. Where would you guys like to go from here?
I think before we leave, Juniper's gonna cast heal on Freddy there. After so long.
Freddy's looking quite good shape. It's up to you whether you want to spend... Oh, is this to cleanse his his affliction? Yeah. Absolutely.
It's his little river sticks thing.
The effects of the feeble mind.
As we wake up.
Yeah.
As we wake up and we get ready, I humbly ask the magic practitioners of our group if they could do the armor thing that they did for me yesterday, because I can't wear any armor, and it actually helped quite a bit.
Yes. Amber will conjure some stone to give you mage armor.
Perfect.
And then she will do the same for herself.
Yeah, I'm also gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
And then she's going to approach Marcella and she'll say, at this point, I'm in the habit of giving someone every day this protection. And I feel like because you hired an assassin to kill yourself, I'm going to give it to you. And she's going to cast Death Ward on Marcella.
Thank you.
The-
If I feel the knife to my heart, I will be thinking of you.
I'll ask our patron if he has the ability to cast protection from evil and good.
Let me check our time spell list real quick here. I believe you can.
Yeah,
But
he has
it's
it.
only 10 minutes.
Yeah. But it is in his repertoire, yes. A prayer, and this spell is available to you guys essentially at will. As long as he's by your side, he can cast this.
Oh, so he couldn't cast it on me, and then I go about my business.
Yes, he could, but it will last
Oh,
for
okay,
the
okay.
spell's duration.
Okay. What's the spell's duration?
10 minutes.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
I thought it was an all-day thing as long as he
Oh, I wish.
maintained.
That would be amazing.
That's funny.
I think there are some higher level spells that do a similar effect, but they're off the 7th circle and higher, if I'm correct in assuming. But that's something that I have in my repertoire. Unfortunately, 10 minutes is all you'd get. Just nothing to cough at. Okay, so spells prepared for the day. Does the party wish to gain audience with the Chroma Cadre, the
Githyanki.
the Githyanki group of knights, dragon knights that you guys saw approaching the city when you first entered here and heard rumors of since?
Yes.
I would say yes.
I would say at some point after your preparations, having rested, your party would approach this cordoned section of the bazaar where there looms this war tent adorned with strange banners. Upon these banners is this circular sigil of some alien origin. You do not recognize the markings or language used, but see the design includes the 5-pointed talon star of Tiamat. 5 talons arranged in a star formation, one of each color: red, white, black, green, blue. Tiamat herself being the queen of chromatic dragons. Yes.
Yeah. Before we do that, did the party want seeming? Because I have to recast it because it's a new day.
Yeah.
What
Sure.
level is Seeming?
5.
That's a pretty big spell.
Yeah, but it lasts 8 hours.
Should we be upfront with the Githyanki though, and like let them know, like, you know, maybe if they see our faces, they would be like, "Oh, you guys are from not this place." Maybe, I don't know.
I think it might do us better to be ourselves, or if we do seeming to be another new set of people, because if we do return to the castle as exactly who we were yesterday, that's like a huge betrayal compared to it being like kind of strangers raiding this castle out of nowhere, you know.
Yeah.
But also the kids know your true identities, most of us, besides Juniper and Orakai. So, and there's that weird presence in our minds. So,
Yeah. What's
If we do Seeming, I would say we could take on the form of like different adventurers, but someone who the Githyanki won't perceive as evil. Kind of like what Amber said, like different Just people, not ourselves.
I'm good either way, whatever you guys want. I just wanted to make sure that we deal with this before we interact, if we wanted to.
Marcella, what do you think?
Yeah. To be honest, this time I like the idea of being ourselves. Like, let's put a mark in our backs.
No, we already
So,
have one.
Exactly. I only have one. Like, why don't the whole party have one now?
Your
You want to
reason.
feel left out, Marcella?
I feel single.
You put it on yourself. That's a you problem.
I feel I'm being gaslighted.
Okay.
Has anyone
Mhm.
talked to Amber about the presence in your minds that you're feeling, or is she unaware?
Yeah, like we'll have mentioned it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, if Marcella mentioned it, Amber will say, "Do you mind if I like try to kind of sense your thoughts a little bit and see if I notice anything?" And she'll, if you're willing, like cast detect thoughts on you and see if she can gather anything about what is infiltrating your minds.
Yeah,
I'm willing.
she allows the magic to happen. So yes.
I like that. That's a good use of resources.
She will cast it on Marcella, and she's just trying to look for anything that feels like not Marcella, and then if it feels like anything that they've encountered before.
Wading through Marcella's mind, I'm gonna first ask Ivan. Like, what are your characters' most recent deep thoughts? Be they fears or yearnings for some goal or anything that you've been holding focus upon? Because the spell will first and foremost sort of give that to Amber.
It would be thinking like, what was the meeting of this Pater yesterday? That's it.
Yeah, wondering, sort of recalling the words of Orishada when he mentioned that he's expecting the Lord of the Slayer. The face of Orishada, the form of that monstrous devil, surfaces in Marcel's mind, the Chamber of the Rain. And as I would say, as Amber wades through those thoughts, there is another presence. It's almost like a cancerous cell in a corner of Marcel's mind, pulsing with this purple greenish light. Stretching its black tendrils, the elder brain resides there in that little nuke nest, also in the mind of this rogue ranger.
This is interesting.
While the tendrils, I'm just gonna flavor this because it's fun, it's a good use of a spell. While the tendrils seem to sort of coil themselves around Marcel's thoughts, as your inner mind form within Marcel's mind wades through these memories, these tendrils don't seem to detect you or touch you or detect your presence or turn their eye upon you. You are invisible.
Do I get the sense that that's because of my ring, or is it possible that if I cast telepathic bond, we might be able to communicate only to the parts of our brains that the elder brain is not like touching?
Being a spellcaster, I would say you have enough base knowledge to know that while a creature's thoughts are being read, any telepathic bond broadcasted to them, any replies they might conjure is part of their mind and will be read by creature reading thoughts. So it's all being eavesdropped. Not only that, but from what Kotam already told the party, using telepathic bond and telepathic communication is risked by being eavesdropped by many creatures of the hells. Not limited to it, including the masters of the realm, be it the Spater or Bell of Avernus or Asmodeus himself. That is what makes so many devils in this realm, in the Nine Hells, so paranoid of using such magics, and that is what makes your ring oh so precious of an item.
While everyone is gathered in the morning, and after she's investigated through Marcella's mind, which she thanks her for, Amber will talk very vaguely and in a more calculated way than she usually yaps in. I'm wondering if maybe the errand we're hoping to run today is best run solo, and then by me, and I could like go talk to the grocery store and then come back to you guys with the groceries myself. Because I think that the people in charge of the grocery store we went to yesterday would be unhappy seeing us go to a different store. And I think they would see.
Some thief scans shit going on right now.
Yeah, like,
She's like not winking because she figures that they can tell what her compatriots are seeing, but she's hoping that they catch a vibe. Or I can offer my coin purse, and she gestures at her hand with the ring on it, to someone else who can go get the groceries.
if you can do the grocery, that will be great. It will save some time.
Although going to the grocer by yourself could be very dangerous.
Yeah. I have a peanut allergy.
Kael looks unlocked in confusion.
I would also like to mention. Okay, go ahead, Matt. You first.
I was gonna say he is utterly confused, but realizes that you're trying to be something. And so he's literally unlocked. He's just looking at you with like kind of like a look of kind of confused horror. Like, have you gone mad? We haven't been here that long. He does the look, but he doesn't say anything. But you have his attention. He's very confused.
Juniper will approach Kyle and, looking at this like confused face, just like pat him on the shoulder and be like, "Don't think too hard, bud."
It's like that meme. Hand on shoulder. Okay.
Mordecai is gonna walk up to Amber and ask, if you're going to the market alone, would you like me to fix your hair and makeup before you go? Giving her a pointed look.
It's a good question. I do love my appearance. No. If my hair comes out of place, I have a spell that can pin it back for a minute or two in a worst case scenario.
Well, that's your loss. I've been told that I'm very good at making people look nice.
So just a quick question, Tom. You were gonna clarify something. What was that?
No. You guys continue. I will clarify this at the end of this. I don't want to interrupt. But if nobody is gonna say anything else, I just want to describe the feeling some more to give you guys a hint. As the world goes sort of silent, not the silence of the death, but the silence inside your minds, as if thought itself has been sort of pressed beneath a deep black water, and there's something vast and cold. The elder brain presence brushes against the edges of your consciousness, sort of tasting the folds of your memory, like these fingers brushing the pages. And you feel yourself sort of observe from within all your senses, not just your mind, everything. Your touch is being shared with an entity that's not you. Throughout this drift, you sense that you might be able to resist this. In a little bit of meta terms, there is a way for you to test your sense of person, your hold upon yourself, your charisma, if you would. And should you want to make a saving throw to end this, your character can. Of course, this presence might fight back or otherwise, but it's really up to you guys. This is not like a never-ending condition, but it's definitely something I was like sort of it feels like this presence showed up while you were incapacitated in your sleep, when your mind was very defenseless against this. But now you're awake, you can fight back if you so wish. Just kind of throw that out there.
I'll try to push it out.
Could my detect thoughts kind of also function as a help action for Marcella?
I'm gonna put a limit on that because the spells do what they do. Unfortunately, you can absolutely read
Okay.
Marcella's mind and detect his presence. I even allowed that extra bit. Unfortunately, this saving throw represents a charisma saving throw of like the force of will of one person to stay their own selves and not let this alternate mind, this alien being, take over them. And that's something only the person can do unless you have some other way to help. Detect thoughts just doesn't feel right in this scenario.
Can I roleplay that I sense it, but I really don't know how to put it. So for comfort, I grab my amulet, and when I grab my amulet, I'm like, hi. I always just say hi, and she says, get out of him. And that's how I know that I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah, does your the phylactery of Toma, does it give you a charisma saving throw advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. That sounds great. Marvelous. Yeah, that would very much fit this scenario. Sort of as Kail goes through his
That's so
resistance.
cool.
Yeah, absolutely. You sort of gather your will, pushing back against this invading tide. Your thoughts harden into like a wall of defiance. This flare of identity burning against the cold intellect that grips you. As these paint spikes through your skull rise, your own mind rebelling against them, as if nerves are turning to wire, you begin to taste copper. The pressure builds. What did you rule there?
17.
17 is unfortunately low for the saving throw, even with advantage. This mighty presence, you were one below. The DC was 18.
Upon feeling the my fight losing, I draw on my considerable knowledge of battlefield tactics, and I use my knowledge of how to guard, and I rigidly guard my mind and immediately save. And I just succeed. If I fail an intelligence, wisdom, or charisma saving throw, I can cause myself to succeed instead. I can do this once per short rest.
What is it called? What is the?
It's
Mage Slayer.
Is it Indomitable?
No, it's Mage Slayer.
Mage Slayer. Very good use of it. It's so funny. I'll allow it. So you feel that presence pierce through you.
It's guarded mind. If I fail it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Guarded mind. I see. As this presence makes your emotions not only your own, you fight through it. You feel a wave of calm, relief towards something that should horrify you. It whispers, not in words, but in this psychic certainty. You are safe. You are seen. You are ours. This hypnotic pattern of words. Somewhere deep inside, a part of you knows this is a lie, so you find that and you grip at it, and you bring yourself to take that part of you to the surface, and your mind flexes. As something stirs, a spark of will. The lie curdles, the calm then turns rancid. You realize the warmth in your heart is not yours. The realization burns like a brand across your consciousness, and the alien presence flinches back. You seize that moment, the last scrap of yourself, and pull every ounce of hatred, love, defiance, memory, whatever it is, madness you have become in this moment becomes a weapon. As the pressure in your skull crescendos into brief agony, the blood beads from your nose. Everybody sees a brief moment of your muscles tensing up, and your temple throb, maybe even a scream escapes you. Not loud, but just inward. As this... yeah. And then silence. The tether snaps. You take...
So the image we see is Kail gets stun locked by metaphor and then gets a bloody nose and whimpers.
Yeah. So Kail takes 12 psychic damage, but the tether snaps. You collapse into your own mind again, raw, trembling. You can feel where it touched you. A cold echo, like this thumbprint on glass, but the will is gone. The thoughts that follow are yours alone once more. Marcella can make this similar check if you want to make a charisma check. I know, it's an elder brain. It's a bit to shake off.
Yeah. DC 18.
DC 18.
Okay. Why? You say intelligence save? Of course, mate.
No, not intelligence, charisma.
Okay.
That's what you get for looking up monsters before a session. They changed them in 2024.
No. Let's see. Yeah, Marcella will do it. But before doing it, she will be preparing like a spell. Yeah, so like
Sure.
with a little bit of the incense that she got. You see, like she light it up, a little bit of smoke, and then cast intellect fortress. It gives advantage on charisma saving throws. Let me post it here.
I'm also looking up for
Okay.
myself. I've never seen the case spell cast because it's from Tasha's. So I'm just looking up.
Like you saw it on cotton.
For while you concentrate on spell for the duration, you or one quality, well, you in this case have resistance to psychic damage as well as advantage on intelligence, wisdom, charisma saving throw. Awesome. There's even an illithid on the image for spell. I like it. Is that your charisma save though? 10 and 10.
Yeah, like I mean, it's an elder brain, you know, it's quite powerful. Should I do it? No, I don't wanna do it. Fuck that. He knows who I am. He knows my memories.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Yeah, I have answers.
Since Ora, would they have been able to infiltrate their mind because they were like they trance?
So while you are, they are trance. While they are in their trance state, are you considered incapacitated? That's what
No.
matters. If
No.
no, then that's my mistake. I just didn't assume that. I cannot do this to you if you're incapacitated. So it would not be the case. I could not grip your mind like this.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
Interesting. So you can trance, but you remain aware. That's cool. Cool.
Joys of being a drow. Sometimes
Yeah.
it benefits.
Drow are one of the biggest enemies of illithid kind, along with the Githyanki, after all, because their minds are so well protected against their effects. Yeah, I'll allow it. Does Juniper then, or the professor, want to try this charisma saves at this point, just to see if they can resist this effect?
Yeah, and I'm
I'll
gonna-
explain to the party what just happened, and like
see, it takes a great mind to resist the elder brain.
the sharpest brain that is mine. No, just explain that, like, when I didn't understand what she was saying, so I just kind of I felt this thing. I for comfort, I grabbed my amulet and I heard my Toma scream, "Get out of him!" And then I knew something was wrong, and I was able to fight with whatever it is, and it appears to be gone from me. I can no longer sense it.
It's really wonderful that having your Toma back, like enhances. She can bring strength to places that you didn't have strength before. That's really sweet.
It is pretty great.
Armed with that knowledge, I heard Juniper try something, so to Juniper first, and then if Professor wants to do anything, we'll turn the camera to Professor as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make the save.
Just raw dogging it, no blanket. Okay.
Does Kyle's like explanation count as a help action, or is it just?
This is a force of your will. I will give advantage if spells or certain effects give you. I understand what you guys are trying to be here, and you are supportive of each other. Unfortunately, this will have to be just you in this case.
Okay.
So Orakai will say,
Then I will use my.
Orakai will tell her, "I will help."
Ye- Orkai
I can
has
help
something
with
to
bend luck.
22.
I can help. I will twist fate and assist with this.
Oh, okay.
You need this out of your mind now.
Okay. So, what happens first with Rule 3 is this cold weight seeps into Juniper's mind, this ancient, patient, impossibly vast present. Your memories are no longer private. They sort of unspool before unseen eyes. A false calm settles around you, over you, a borrowed emotion, not your own. You know it's wrong, but you can't resist it for a moment. The presence sort of watches through you, through your thoughts, gentle and terrible. And as Orakai begins to work her sorcery and wild magic to give you that bit of fortune, luck to twist your fate, the calm twists itself. You sense the lie and tear it out. Pain blossoms behind your eyes, this blinding surge of shattering glass as the alien presence recoils with a hiss that only your mind can hear. And suddenly, you're alone again. Your thoughts are your own, trembling, but you're free. You do take 3d6 psychic damage in the process, but that is a small price to pay for your own liber mind. 12 psychic damage.
Sorry, how did Abby help? I was explaining that I was using my inspiration to give myself advantage.
Oh, well, either Orakai can use Twist of Fate. I just heard that. I didn't. Sorry, your inspiration use was swallowed by Discord, I guess. You can maintain your inspiration for later use if you wish, or call upon your inspiration, and Abby can save Orakai's Twist of Fate for another time. Really up to you guys to decide. But either way, it's a success.
Whatever, I'll take it.
Okay, you get to save your inspiration for another time. It might save a life this session, actually. Okay.
I'm definitely just gonna go and just try to break it myself because I let it kind of go a little too deep. And I also don't have any spells or anything to kind of help with it, so I'm going to just try to make the save my own.
No problem. Interesting how Marcella has Intellect Fortress. 3rd level obturation spell.
Oof.
Warlocks.
Warlocks. One short.
Well, Orakai can always bend luck if you would like.
No, honestly, it makes sense thematically because it got a real hold of him, and he endured for a long time. So I think that thematically makes sense that it would still be linked to him.
I'll just add something to this. While I hear you, Nick, to be fair, it is Orakai's choice whether or not to cast a spell on you, because Orakai is a spellcaster. I'm just gonna note that it's up to you guys to whatever, however you want to flavor it. You can keep it as is, non-consenting target, whatever, you know. I just want to note how the dynamic works. That Orakai, you're in full control of what spell you cast, whether or not. Yeah.
Yeah. After seeing what happened last time with Isaac, Orakai absolutely would bend luck.
Yeah. And I just want to
going through that hell again.
Yeah, and the reason why I mention this is I can imagine, Nick, if the doors were flipped, if the tables were flipped rather, and you want to cast a spell, but the player was like, no, but you were like, no, this is what my character would do. This is the logical thing to save your life or whatever. Even if you say no, I want to save it. Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, I just didn't have anything myself to do anything. I have no thing, and I want to save my inspiration for later because I feel like it's going to come in handy.
No problem. So Twist Fate gives you advantage, I believe, right?
No, it gives you a +4.
Oh, neat. So that's not a max success even from roll 1. Absolutely. So the professor, you feel the similar sensations as that presence leaves you. Just to expedite things, you take 9 psychic damage, and that presence leaves you, leaving only Marcella with that lingering link.
Again, targeting my back. This is awkward.
Now, the funny thing about this is because of Intellect Fortress and the nature of this, you can keep repeating the save. I just like dramatically narrating failures because I like the consequences for actions. I can allow Marcel to shake out of this eventually. It takes a mighty effort on your part. Eventually, you will rule above an 18, with Mind Fortress giving you an advantage. If you so choose.
Okay. I will do that, like after we are moving.
No problem. So as... No problem. So this is just, you're like the last one to shake out of this fugue state, still maintaining hold upon your spell. You can feel the tendrils wrap around you. Eventually, with a natural 20 for 23, you manage to take 12 psychic damage as that tether severs. armed with this knowledge of what the Elder Brain is capable to do to your incapacitated minds, you now know it can do this, and you know how to break out of it. So this is information for party.
Okay.
Okay.
Is everyone free? Mordecai asks the party.
Yes, I believe I am.
Mm-hmm. I would say the susurrations are gone from your mind. You, for whatever reason, perhaps because of your proximity to where the Elder Brain layers and its sheer psychic radius, you still feel a little bit like not actually watched, but the sensation is there. Like you're sure you broke the link. It's just this lingering flavor of mine of you're still within the radius of its influence. It just you have severed its link from yourselves.
My brain does feel like pins and needles, though, but I do thank you for your assistance with it. I can see into my own mind a little bit more clearer now.
You gave up so much for the party. I still don't understand why, but you did. It's the least I could do.
Thank goodness I don't have to keep up that metaphor, and also I really would prefer not to go alone.
Grocery store, Mordecai says, giving Amber a pointed look.
I don't know. It was an errand we need. I thought I could call it an errand, and then I thought that sounded too suspicious, so I thought the most common kind of errand is like the market. I don't know.
I thought it was a good one.
Thank you.
But we are gonna
After everything is kind of settled and we get going, I'll just look to Amber and say, do you still need to go to the grocery store?
She looks towards the mess section of the barge, which I would guess is like well stocked because we've been in a city for days.
Yeah, Kotam
She's like,
inform you have supplies.
No, I don't, Kyle. But thank
Okay,
you
that's
for
fine.
asking. Turns out we have everything we needed.
Change my mind.
So, Mordecai is going to turn to the party and say, do you all want me to? And then they do an exaggerated hand gesture by saying, fix your makeup and hair, as it were.
Yeah, we still never decided on that. That was like 10 minutes ago.
That's
That's why I didn't want to interrupt in the first place.
Yeah, is anyone opposed to the disguise? Raise your voice. I think the silence concedes, so go ahead, do the microphone here.
Can I get a hiya if you resist the seeming spell? Alright, so seeming is cast then. You assume that your disguise is up to you to flavor what those look like if you want to take that time now, or we can just go forward, up to you guys. It's your session time. But no concentration on seeming, right? It just lasts for 8 hours.
Yep, this lasts 8 hours, and the only thing that can break it is if you guys resist it. Then then we have to do opposing Christmas. Sorry, wisdom.
It's so funny.
That's why Mordecai is getting everybody's consent, because consent is important.
No, you will go to prom with Dragon.
Well, let's make our way
Amber's
to
gonna be brunette this time.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, bold and daring.
It's like Superman. You just put on the glasses, it's a whole other person.
Yeah, it really brings out her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine her like Carmen Sandiego, for some reason.
Carmen San Diego.
It's kind of like Carmen San Diego.
Sounds good. So, assuming
Gail
it's
is going to
yeah?
be Gail's gonna be a gnome.
Like an 8-foot tall gnome, or like gnome.
Does seeming change the size?
Mordecai is going to warn you. It technically you could look like a different size, but if anybody tries to touch your head, they'll be touching air. I'd suggest you don't look like a gnome. Just saying.
Well, if they're trying to touch a gnome's head, gnome size, they'll be touching Kayo's knees. Or something
okay, I
else.
see. It doesn't. It's not polymorph.
Let me
It's-
pinch your cheek. You know, like. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream to the mic.
Your nose feels a lot bigger.
Oh, your nose grows when you lie. Anyways, sorry.
I guess I'll be. I'll make myself look like I don't know what a large creature is. Some
you can
large
give
creature.
so Orakai can decide the appearance, and Orakai can give the appearance of the same or different ones to the target. The spell can change the appearance of the target's body and equipment, making creatures seem 1 foot shorter, 1 foot taller, appear heavier, lighter. Target's new appearance must have the same basic sort of arrangement of limbs, but otherwise the extent of illusions is otherwise up to you. So a gnome is like a little bit of a stretch because you'll be a pretty fucking tall gnome, but
So just like a giant. Yeah.
Disguised. Okay.
Like a giant.
Sure. Just for my inner image, you want to pick an element because giants come in all sorts of flavors: fire giants, ice giants, hill giants.
I'll be an ice giant.
Ice giant, nice. So like nice Viking white beard sort of sprouts with a seeming spell, and this like iron helm covers the upper portion of your face where your eyes begin to glow this like cyan blue through the helm with like horns ornamenting it, I would imagine, right? Like that sort of vibe. Frost Viking. Nice. Cool. I'm just reading the rest of the spell for me. Changes brought by the spell. Fail to hold up to physical inspection. For example, if you add a hat to a creature's outfit, the object passes through that hat, and I can make a study action, which is investigation on my part against the spell's DC. Okay, good to know. If you are a suspicion ever. Sounds good. So we have our Frost Giantling, our Brunette, and other, I would imagine, otherwise infernal or alternative disguises. Up to you guys if you want to give them details. Otherwise, we'll move on.
I think Juniper's just gonna use her direwolf wild shape.
Okay. Direwolf. Just pulling up a stat block so we can have it in case of battle. Dire wolf. There's many dire creatures in D&D. Dire wolf is here. Nice. A little bit of Juniper could peek through the furish features, or otherwise you can look absolutely naturally like a giant wolf of the Starks. That's done.
Yeah, I think naturally.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna go for a tiefling look. The red skin, kind of looking like a blood mage in a way. Red eyes, long, maybe blonde hair, and then points to Amber. Blondes have more fun. And I would say that's about it. Horns that come out, kind of like how where Hellboy's is. If you know who Hellboy is, that's kind of like what his horns would look like.
Hellboy's horns are like chopped off. So are you doing that or like full
when
on
they're
horns?
actually like grown.
Yeah,
like they're full on horns, like the placement of where I'm saying.
Badass. Cool. Shall I move on with narration, or do you want to take? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
What if I could do oh, sorry. You go first.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna steal the entity of Deus from the market. So, prove them.
You're gonna get that man killed.
I do not regret it.
Oh,
I don't know how his pick was.
You assume a blue skin sort of guise of this succubus with flowing hair as if floating like through space or beneath waters. It doesn't give you the wings though, but perhaps they're folded beneath your cloak
wings.
or something. Yeah. Nicely done. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Orca, do you want to go with yours or?
Yeah, Orakai is going to. They figure that their natural race has done them well enough so far, so they're going to choose to look like a different drow, this time with like coppery hair, and going to the standard red eyes.
Copper hair drow?
You should make yourself look like someone you know from House Hanet.
Risque.
Yeah, Orakai doesn't really want to make things worse right now. They have a feeling that this party is already going to look really, really bad. A member of House Annette randomly with these people, yeah. I think Mordecai's smart enough to be like, that's not gonna go well.
For the record, I thought it was a good idea, but okay.
I like the idea. It's just
Hit the
with
hells
this
against house your mortal enemies.
with this group of people. It doesn't wait, but doesn't Amber still look like herself, but with brown hair?
Absolutely.
I look very different. I don't look anything like myself. I don't know what you're insinuating.
Totally.
I've never felt less like Amber.
That's my main concern
Brown
here with the
Do
idea.
keep all sorts of strange slaves.
Yeah. Once again, I will remind that the spellcaster is you, Orakai. So while the players can absolutely make requests, and I all for team play, ultimately you get to decide whether the brunette has any other features.
A mustache.
Full
Oh
beard
my
and a
God.
mustache.
Yeah, full
not
beard.
Charisma contest to resist mustache.
Yeah, maybe I'll be even more dashing with a stash. You don't know what you've created.
Oh, damn it.
Feel free to use a drawing tool on yourselves to assume your disguises. I don't care. I was going to do it, but it's too much effort on my part. I'm the DM. I have to narrate further on. But okay, Orca assumes the form of a copper-haired drow with brilliant red eyes, differing from their usual ones. As I described before then, if we're ready to set out with disguises, you would approach what is a cordon section of the bazaar, where there looms this war tent adorned with strange banners. As I described before, these banners feature sigils, circular in design of some alien origin, that of a language you don't recognize at all, but you do recognize the holy symbol of Tiamat, the queen of the chromatic dragons. Beside the war tent, then, stands an iron-barred cage wagon, its wheels locked with chains. Within the wagon, the Market of Victims' newest chattel sit in a perfect silence, cowed by the same discipline that governs their Gith captors. Many of these rag-dressed humanoid of various races seem to be either slaves or otherwise prepared sacrifices in shackles. Various people in this iron-barred cage wagon. Resting around the tent is a cluster of armored knights, their plating made from this brilliant silver and embedded with gemstones. These are Githyanki, yellow-skinned, narrow face, armed with silver-edged greatswords. From within the tent, past them, you can, even from here, hear several individuals snarl in a hissing alien tongue. And inside the tent, you can also see the outline of a red dragon that crouches, wings sort of half spread in agitation, its scales glowing like a banked coals. Yeah. I'll give you guys like breathing room to react to this scene.
When she hears the Githyanki kind of hissing to each other in their language, she'll turn to the professor. She'll be like, "It just occurred to me that I don't know what language they speak, and I don't know if any of us would know it."
I would go on a limb and maybe say Githyankinese or something.
Yankinese.
I don't speak it either, but I do have.
You can make me an intelligence check if you want. It's pretty easy to see for a professor. I'm just going to see if you get a natural one, and you genuinely don't know. If you want.
You said intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence. Just recall and like Githyanese. What is Githyanese? What is that language? 12. You just know it's called Tirsu. TIR/SU is their dialect and that circular alien language. And that's certainly why it's sort of, that susurrating snake-like tongue sounds like. But I guess the professor is not studied in such a language, huh?
Yeah, I am not proficient in it. I have a ritually it would take time. I could understand them, but I still wouldn't have a way to communicate.
I do.
There's always the chance that they speak the language of the house.
Either, I would say between one of us, someone would have something.
I do. I can allow someone to be able to speak and understand it.
Well, I would say who's our strongest negotiator then? Just in case. Hopefully they have a bit of common tongue. Don't know, but if it's only one of us, or possibly two, obviously, or Caillou maybe being one, who would say has some good bargaining skills?
I'll go.
I sometimes get my good discounts.
Freddy is barking a lot.
It's the 5 heads.
Freddy's unhappy. We took different forms and now he's confused.
He doesn't know us. I mean, I've convinced a lot of people to not wear really ugly outfits before, but this is a little more intense than that. So if someone else feels better equipped to navigate it, they can. But I mean, I do like chit-chatting, gossiping, etc.
I have an idea of what to tell, so I could give it a try.
Yeah, sounds like you know what to do.
We could just say hello too.
If communication gets really bad,
Fucking try.
I could give us the telepathic bond with them, but I get the feeling that mind manipulation kind of stuff would not fly super well with them, given they're sworn enemies.
Yeah, I don't think that'll go over very well.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna plan to do that, but it's an option in the pocket.
If needed, I could get the whole party, but I'd really rather not use all of my magic.
No, maybe just Marcella is enough coverage.
Right? And, Mordecai's gonna walk over to Marcella. They're going to, tap her on the shoulder and cast tongues.
Okay, thank you. So, Atom, I'll approach to the Githyanki, and as I'm approaching, I'll cast Detect Thoughts. Looking at the one that looks like
I am
giving
muted
command.
this entire time. I apologize. I've
Ah,
been
okay.
talking this entire time.
I was like, I'm not being acknowledged. It's okay.
No. I was honestly reading a spell out loud to see what it does, and then I was like, I realize I'm not being registered. So the spell does grant you the ability to understand any spoken or signed language that you hear or see. Moreover, when the target communicates by speaking or signing, any creature that knows at least one tongue can understand you, if that creature can hear the speech or sign. So essentially, you gain access to speak and hear all languages. Very nice. I would say this before you approach, as the spell takes hold, immediately what you register is, and you can get to act on this, is you get to eavesdrop in a conversation that's being pretty much shouted in their tongue out of her tent. As you see at the dragon's side, there's a Githyanki woman, sort of a central figure, that points accusingly at one of her soldiers, and just hear her words. Skva, would you abandon my son to the filth of the city? Honor is owed to the living and the lost. Ptaris may yet be breathing. I will not leave him. And then like another Githyanki sort of replies, this voice measured, cold, beside her. Protocol dictates and bind us, Githrak. We return to Avernus, report to Arkan, and request sanction. This is a nest of treaties. Break one, and Orishada's Iron Watch will make an example of us. And then like you hear a third. A hot-headed looking lieutenant, just spoiling for a fight, replies, Sanctions? Our blades are sanction. Say the word and the palace burns. Treaties are for devils and debtors. We are Gith. I will carve a path to Ptaris or die trying. As this elderly scion by the woman's side replies back, every hour the hand goes unfed is a failure tallied. Our charge is the tithe delivered onto Arkan, our charge rather, not a crusade against the city. And finally, at that point, the commander's gaze sort of lifts to. You said you're approaching them at this point?
Yeah, yes, I'm approaching. Casting a spell, detect thoughts.
Does your spell have any components, like verbal or somatic, that can see you casting a spell as you're approaching your tent?
They could see it, yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm using an item, but I think the item keeps the last thing.
The item allows you to cast a spell through it and it will act as a material component, but you still need to do the somatics with the item as part of the spell casting. You bring an item and you cast what spell?
Detect thoughts.
Detect thoughts? Well, however you want to flavor that. If it has a component, they see you cast it, and immediately the psion-looking older Githyanki with like absolutely no hair upon his head turns his eyes towards you, and his eyes illuminate bright green as he counters it.
Okay.
Sooth is the klingen at our doors. Silence. He just tries to counter it. So why am I rolling here? Counter spell.
I am rolling Constitution.
Yeah, they changed it.
If I, yeah, so 7 throw, 21.
21 will for sure beat his psionic DC as you get this to probe their minds. The spell holds while you're concentrating on it. But they have seen you approach. You have a moment to react here.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to upset you. I was trying to cast this spell to understand, for you to understand me.
And yet you speak.
That I cast them.
And yet you speak our tongue perfectly, might I say so. You stand before Kithrak Therazin of the Chroma Cadre. What brings you to our threshold?
Common interest, I think. I have a business proposition. What's the price you give to get your most valuable prize in war, an elder brain?
You speak of a geich, then you know of it. Long have my kind hunted such filth. Always do they burrow deep, festering where light and law cannot reach. Now its scent stains the palace walls, and I fear it has taken my son. She sort of studies you for a moment, eyes narrowing as if gauging your weapon's worth, the artifact in your hands. Strange that mortals should walk willingly towards such prey. Perhaps you are not so soft as you look.
We have made that the Keith, as you call him. He has made an enemy of one of our group. Orishada also has made some lashes against us.
At that point, she switches to common tongue. Invite your group therein into the tent, so we may discuss this in isolated quarters. And she points at that toward the relic she holds in her hands, this mighty staff with a brilliant ruby-colored gemstone floating suspended within the staff. Seems to be casting some sort of a psionic aura around it.
Okay. I signal the rest of the party to approach.
Amber will enter the tent.
Mordecai will follow.
Can Amber get a read on what, like, or has she witnessed maybe something like culturally deferential, like if there's a Githyanki equivalent of like bowing or curtsying to people that one respects?
The Githyanki are an absolute alien species to the material realm, and by default, not many know their customs. But you would know of their legends, things that everybody has heard. They're a militaristic people. They bow themselves only to their queen, their liege queen, Vlaakith. Amid each other, they only respect strength, the soldier's will, the art of psionics. They don't really have class of nobility outside of their queen. Nonetheless, you can pay respects to however your character thinks that they might, as they sort of.
I think probably having seen so much strength on display, even just in this small area, she'll probably like kind of stand quite broadly and tall and just like nod her chin at them and hope that kind of shows her viewing them as kind of on even footing.
Strength is often hidden from the eyes. I suspect that you and your number hold such strength, be it in your arcane or your swords. I am pleased to see among your kind one of giant kin. That is mighty strength we can use indeed. As for the rest of you, well, if you won't serve, for the least you can be fodder. I will not mince words. As you sort of gaze around the war tent, you can tell, sort of adding to your insights, these are a Tiamat-aligned Githyanki band from Avernus. Rare sight in this, let alone the material realm. And from what you would guess, being an aristocrat, whenever a foreign party visits a land, they are treated as guests under treaty, and you suspect they're in a similar situation here. Whatever that might give you as a hint. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what more to give you at this time.
We're speaking in common, right? So
yes.
Can communicate freely. She'll notice this, and she'll say, "It looks like you all are here as a part of a diplomatic envoy from your home. I'm very curious about how you came to procure this status. For example, obviously I'm not from here, and I've been very interested in diplomatic affairs in the Hells."
From what she can briefly tell you, trying to earn your trust and see what you are made of, she explains that her and her party are here on less of a diplomatic mission, but more of that of trade. After all, this is a market. They trade scrap and precious iron and precious artifact recovered from Avernus in return for goods from the market of victims, would-be sacrifices to feed to their leader, person who they claim to go by the name of Arkan the Cruel. These slaves and sacrifices will either serve the cult of Tiamat, to which they belong, as sacrifices to their queen goddess, or to be fed to some powerful artifact that in possession of Arkan. An artifact that demands the souls and life force of good creatures. And she continues from there. While we were here, my son, Ptaris, was sent to reconnoiter, as a reconnaissance, as a spy, to the palace dungeons 2 nights past. His mind went silent. We felt it across the link. A psionic scream cut short. The Geich has him now. Body or mind. He will be found. If alive, reclaimed. If dead, avenged. And if the mind slavers have claimed him, I will not let him hang in a glass prison like a specimen. We burn the hive, whatever the cost. To unleash our dragons upon the palaces, to invite. This is Iron Watch, and Orishada's favor is not lightly earned or replaced. My Psion advises counsel of stealth. My lieutenant counsels a mounted strafe through the gates. Both hold merit. Both require bodies to spend. You seem practiced in survival, if not disciplined. Tell me, what stratagem would your kind employ?
Like, it will be better if we sneak into the palace, as you say. Like, open ward. It's inviting trouble. If you want to rescue your son, it's something that can be done. But if you want to bring word to the kid, some people will be alerted. The palace, at least.
A forward force infiltrating ahead can clear the way for a swift strike. Should you give us a signal, we can ride to join you on the assault upon the Geich. My dragons can lend their aid from the air, covering your retreat. My knights will hold the breach. Serve well, and perhaps you will survive to boast of it. Aid me in this, and you will earn more than coin. And perhaps my regards. Few among your kind can claim that.
I'll ask from the back, do you have the ability to capture the brain?
We do not intend to capture it. It is a parasite that must be purged, slain.
What do you think about Orishada? What should be done with it?
He is of no concern of ours, she says simply. Their hunt is against the Elder Brain.
Professor?
I was going to say the Elder Brain is on the eastern side of the wall in a small stone-like structure. The quarters are very close. It'll be better fighting for your warriors, I would assume so. But I would also say we could just drive, fly in with your dragons, of course, with your permission, and you guiding us straight to your target, and then from there we could breach off and go into the dungeons to find your son. Make it quick, fast.
The choice of stratagem is yours. It is your lives you're throwing in front of them. They are the second line of attack. If you should wish to join them, they'll make you the fodder. If you wish to use the dragons, something can be arranged of that regard. However, you will be giving away any element of surprise or stealth if you ride in on the backs of dragons. The choice is yours.
It's a dragon. That's pretty dope.
Orbital drop down. I told you something.
I think we kind of need to figure out real quick as a group is that are we going straight for the kill or are we going for our trinket that we want to steal and then assisting with killing the brain? Or we're going straight to the dungeons?
I will say, me preference, I rather for and then the brain.
Say again, you broke up.
Go for things and then the brain. The dungeons now.
Sorry, you cut out at the end there. What did you say at
He's
the end?
saying he wants to get the horn first. I don't know what he means by things. And then the brain.
Orishada. Go for Orishada. That's what I was saying.
I think we would need help with Orishada. Even though they said we could maybe persuade them or something to at least help.
They have no
Because
business
we're going
with
from the
Rashada.
western.
No interest in Rashada whatsoever. He's not the target, and they're not willing to risk their own to assault a target that's not theirs. Their hunt is against the Elder Brain. Anything else you guys wish to do, you can take the opportunity to do so, using the, them as your cover. Yeah.
Then I feel like maybe we need to prioritize the Elder Brain before we take on Orishada so that the brain can't be called in as reinforcements.
Yeah, I think we would be spreading out our firepower too much if we concentrate it.
Because we could try to steal the objects or take the objects back first, but if we get caught, then everyone in the castle will probably get called to our location, and we'll be handling all of that at once.
I see your point, Amber. So yes, I agree with Amber. Or Samantha.
Samantha.
Why?
Oh.
Why someone?
I'm okay with taking the brain first, and then we trying to make our way to get the horn.
We could breach the wall and just hit them super hard with a surprise attack, and just eliminate the brain and the illithids immediately.
I see your point, Gil, but we don't have your constitution. Like, a dagger to my chest is enough to drop me. Sneaking, I will say, is the best. Less attention.
Do we have like a flare system or anything? We could try to sneak in and get the horn first, and then we can try to have like some kind of signal to send. I don't think anyone has like Skyrite or anything, but I could just shoot like what is it called? Like a magic missile, like a bunch of those into the air.
I mean, I have like dancing lights is 120 feet. If I was outside, I could shoot that into the sky.
I also have dancing lights.
I mean, if one of their agencies nearby, you can use a message and let them know.
Yeah, or
Oops.
message.
I realized I switched the maps for you guys. Sorry.
It's okay.
I asked the lady, the leader, how long once we send the signal will it take you to begin your assault?
They can strike from shore, so by Dragon's Wing, not long at all.
Because like we can get in there and maybe start mixing it up with Orishada, and then he will start calling for the Illithid because they work for him, and then the Illithid could just directly attack with their dragons, stopping the reinforcement. Orishada's group is basically intermingled with us. They only have to deal with the reinforcements. We only have to deal with Orishada's troops, and that they can go accomplish their mission, and we can provide overwatch while they extract their prisoner, and then we all can leave on the dragons.
Fair, but I would also propose that if we dealt with sneaking in, grabbing the object, then dealing with the Elder Brain, we could probably do in ensuing chaos once they're already inside.
She's basically they've said that they're only interested in the Elder Brain. So if we all kill the Elder Brain, we'll have to deal with Orishada's troops while they extract their.
If you do not,
just wouldn't go.
if you do not help us liberate Taris, we would leave you behind. We have no intentions of risking my men and my lives for some artifact or trinket of the palace.
Well, couldn't like the reverse be true, where like once we attack the Elder Brain, perhaps Orishada will come as reinforcements, and then we call the strike while Orishada is there. We're able to kind of disable most of the powers in the castle so that we can go to the jail and free the boy.
We would have to be really fast with the brain.
Yes.
Because like that's the big threat. Because like it could just take us over, and then you know what I mean. Like it was behaving when we were here last time, so we would have to be able to disable it immediately.
Why not grab the artifact and send the signal?
Yeah, I would say if we're going to stealth in and we want that artifact to get even with Orishada, we could stealth in. Once we do, we could do dancing lights, magic missile, something just to gain their eye. And then once they start flying over, we just start moving to the north of that palace, come loop around, and start taking the brain out. And then once we take them out, we could go get the prisoner and do what we need. Because trying to take on Orishada and his like goon squad, that's going to be real heavy to take on.
Yeah.
The mind flayers
and the
Orishada
and the Githyanki with which you are discussing battle plans make it very clear, they're not hiding it, that they do not want to engage Orishada. It's a death sentence to them. They have no business or quarrel with Orishada himself or any of his servants. They just want to cleanse this parasite and save the Githrak's son. So you'll be absolutely alone in that endeavor of yours.
So we could stealth the horn, deal with the Elder Brain, free the kid, and maybe the artifacts that we gave up are like the lowest priority because they involve the highest level of engagement, right?
And if you give me enough time, I can steal them back from our shadow. Assuming that we can know where they are from.
You'll have to elaborate more. How do you mean give you more time to steal them?
Like, if he has it like easy to access, I can sneak into his office, even with his hard guards there, and try to take it.
Presuming that they're easily accessible.
I never say it was. I say I can do it.
Yeah. We would have to go through the whole palace and try to find said artifact. We've had people use locate object, but we also, on the stuff that we had that he took from us.
Well, so there's
The horn
like
might be-
multiple artifacts that we're looking for, right? Because there's the horn, which we've never had, but seems interesting. And Marcella is very interested in it. And then there's the artifacts that we willingly gave up as payment.
Yes.
Right. So I feel like getting our payment back is much higher risk than like stealthing in to steal this horn mounted on a wall that we know right where it is.
Agreed.
Then if that's the case, horn, prisoner, and elder brain.
The more intelligent Githyanki amidst this group, the Psion, bald-headed and old, turns to Yi and asks, "What is it that you purchased from Orishara that you wish to take the price back for, that will then void your trade? Would risk our mission?"
No, it was kind of a personal thing, like about a assassination contract, blah blah blah. Just one person, so it shouldn't affect like a larger group of people.
We are well aware of what Orishara says. Should you take back your payment and void your contract, and this person becomes, once again, supported by their group or whoever is protecting them, will that risk our mission?
Yeah, so maybe we don't want to take back the payment at all then. I mean, for me, like what we gave up, I gave up expecting that we wouldn't get it back.
That's what your contract with Orishara says. For your payments, you provided the thing. If you take back the payment, you're breaking the infernal contract.
Like we know that in the hells, right? Like, it's not Orishada that does the enforces the contract. Like,
Huh. Why do
the
we know
whole
this?
realm. Well, like, because
You mean like
we
in
had
this you
talked
give your
about-
word and it's enforced in this? Yes, there's also that element. If you let-
yeah, there's like a
Mhm.
global of enforcement of contracts
Yeah.
beyond what. Yeah,
Additional consequences to breaking contracts. Yes, absolutely. There's that too. But more important, I mean, because you can just shrug off whatever consequences that happens. Maybe. More important is that you would have just walked around in a circle having done nothing at Orishada's palace when you traded for what you traded for. If you just take back your payment, it's just a net zero sum consequence.
I'm good at getting the horn, but I don't see why we want to even try and null void our contract. I just don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to do it. It will be okay with the horn and freeing the prisoner of your mighty people.
I like your plan. I just want to say, like, I'm just giving you guys like the consequences of your actions ahead of time, of like, things your character should probably know, because I would imagine upon receiving a contract you would have read it. Yeah.
To be fair, we're different
To be
people.
fair.
We look like different people today than the people who made the contract.
Another life, you know.
well, and I thought that one of the reasons why we wanted to do that was because eventually he's going to come and try to kill Marsala, and we're going to kill him.
And if
we don't
Yeah.
want,
The dispensation is in
we don't-
effect, then yeah.
then we can just kill him and take his stuff, and maybe we get the $5,000 and his stuff, and we don't have to worry about the Assassins Guild trying to murder us
Yeah.
for the rest of the time we're in the hells.
Agreed.
Yeah, so it sounds like we're okay to not focus on taking our payment back. Focus on the new horn, the elder brain, the prisoner.
So
Taking the horn is
Mhm.
kind of like getting your payment back. I mean, we
Yeah.
lost money,
Yeah,
we
it's
lost
like
some
a-
items, but we're taking like what seemed very like profound and I don't know,
That was
great.
like a gift from Asmodeus himself.
So, the new plan: we will
yes,
take
it
the horn,
was.
take the brain, and then the prisoner.
Yes.
Okay.
But now
Okay.
we need to find a way to stealth in.
Acceptable,
Yeah.
says the Githrak, handing you what looks to be a tablet, circular, made of the silver metal inscribed in those alien glyphs, and there's a ruby gem embedded at the very center of this device. And she explains that should you turn it in your hands and let the cogwheels align, the signal will shine a brilliant red light that can be shown like a beam and be shown like a signal across the bay.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Tirsu.
So shiny.
It's the bat signal.
Tablet, sort of. What the fuck? Sorry, I typed in Tirsu tablet into Google Images and it's about a bunch of medication. Tirsu tablet.
Well,
Indeed.
if we're going sneaky, that's fine. I just really wanted to ride a dragon.
We're gonna ride a dragon on our way out.
I hope so.
You can ride a dragon. You'll just throw all stuff out the way. We can
No,
also
no,
like
that's why I
send a rogue in and then you ride in on a dragon. Like,
Sure,
I
he
don't
is
wanna
very
split.
sneaky.
yeah.
Marcella is very, very sneaky.
You could send Orakai and Marcella so that there's 2 people, and then the rest of you could do dragons.
Yes, split the party. Yes,
No.
That's a terrible idea, but
that's a great idea.
We can
It's
split the
better
party,
than just
and then if
Marcella.
they need help, they can signal and we come in and save the day.
splitting the party is a terrible idea. But if we're gonna do it, I'd do it 2-4 or 3-3, not 1-5.
Okay.
The Orakai is very sneaky as well, right?
Yes. Yes.
I am not sneaky. I am
Only
not.
do.
I'm not super not sneaky because I'm not wearing any armor at the moment. So at least that's not going against me. But just so you know, not sneaky.
If
We
we're gonna
all
split
have
the
so you walk around. We know that, Kale.
If we are gonna split the party, I'd suggest telepathic bond.
I don't think we should split.
We
Oh.
should not split.
The Kethrak, the commander of this Githyanki force, would also advise against telepathic bond. They know their enemy. They know the Geth. They know the Illithids. Telepathic bond can be picked up by the Illithids. Just as a reminder, and that's why they're so worried about going in themselves, because the Githyanki are very much psionic beings that use similar magics. So
Okay. So we should gather our things and make our way to the palace.
Does anybody have like pass without trace or anything?
No.
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 Juniper, would you happen to have it?
I'm looking. I don't think so.
Oh.
No, I'm not seeing it.
It's okay. We don't
Plus,
need
most
it.
of my spells I can't cast right now, anyways, because I'm in wild shape.
Amber is looking at her ring, which I know this has come up before, but she says, "Do you think we should prioritize who wears it and attunes to it? Because I love being alive and being shielded from mind stuff, but I also understand that in a really dire situation, there might be people who are able to be more helpful if they keep a clear mind."
I'd say it's yours. You're as valuable as any of us.
Well, thanks. I'll do my best. I'll do my best to keep my clear mind and hopefully keep all of us, independent mentally. Also, if I do die, my soul goes into the ring. so let that don't throw it away if I die. Somebody keep it. I'll be back. It's an important heirloom. This is not costume jewelry.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's try and get in. Like, they do business. Like, maybe we can just like say that we want to do business. I mean, that's how we got in yesterday.
We'll have imps with us, guiding us.
And they have plenty of access, a lot of balconies. So there are a lot of ways of entering. The thing is getting out.
I will say that in terms of what the Githyan can give you for your mission, in terms of dragons, they have 3 to spare. 1 is already going to be used to carry a knight and a scion of the Kethrax forces to come with you as a sort of a forward force. They are not going to risk their entire number. They must stay here in the camp as well. There are tasks, there are artifacts and slaves to guard and such. They cannot send their entire force. But you will have their support of their dragon and some of their warriors. The remaining 2 dragons can be used to carry 2 of you then. However you wish to be arranged in marching order and upon the dragons, up to you really. With the stealthiest among us, Orkai and Marcella, you can find your own means inside, I suppose.
So wait, are we really splitting the party?
Well,
How many ways are we?
I'm just following
splitting, or are we splitting at all?
what I heard latest. It's up to you guys.
But if we're splitting, like, how many ways are we splitting? Like, what's happening?
Well, to some degree, we need to split because if we all go to steal the horn, those of us that aren't stealthy are going to ruin it. But if we want to try to get into the castle as a group, I think that's an option. Like, we enter the castle because we have business or something. Some of us say we're hungry and go to the kitchen, while the 2 of you maybe sneak off.
We can see if we can go to buy a dispensation.
Yeah, that just puts us, that like gets us an immediate escort to Orishada, which is a little spooky.
We got ourselves in big problems last time doing exactly that.
Yeah, we might be better off saying that we wish to work with the Elder Brain.
So, like, for what I'm getting, like, some people are gonna get through the main door, and others are gonna get in through the balcony, and others being Orikai and Marcella. Is that right?
If that's how you want to enter, I was thinking we could all enter basically from the front door, and then you 2 could split off from the group stealthily. But if entering through a balcony seems as easy as that, then I think either would be fine.
Orikai? Thoughts?
I'm good at this plan.
If you guys want to sneak in, and then the rest of us can just zoom in after, that's totally doable.
Above the table, does the signal thingy require attunement?
No.
Okay, good.
How busy was outside of the castle?
How busy was it? The bazaar was alive and well. There were many gondoliers about. There was impish gondoliers in their boats. The bazaar was full. The palace itself has guards patrolling its ramparts, and here and there these winged horned devils and bleach white bone devils as well, crawling along its edifice. The personal guard for Shada, climbing in and out of the rooftop of the main central chamber. Imp servants flying in and out for messengers. You would recall that Alvet, the majordomo, uses imps to summon people to the palace, but she mentions she was very pleased with you guys arriving unsummoned because it spares her an imp, so just sort of a callback to that. It's not empty.
Yeah. And imps are invincible sometimes, or crows.
Disguised or invisible, yes.
Yeah.
Do do you two want to go in by yourselves, and then we'll just be on standby with the dragons, kind of like holding formation over? Or do you want to go in as a group?
I think the highest probability of success is that the two stealthiest people go in and call for the bubbling lummoxes when you guys need us.
To be honest, I'd rather if we go all together.
Yeah, I kind of thought that we would enter on foot, even if we entered separately from Marcella and Orakai.
For the flavor of the scene, the hot-headed lieutenant in the room, dressed in her gleaming armor, agrees to that forward approach. Why cower in the showers when we have the power of dragons to strike? Says the lieutenant.
No matter what it happens, we're gonna go against the Elder Brain. So there is gonna be combat at some point. So I don't see the push to split. So.
Also, Elvette might be there, and she might be very powerful. Depends if she's in that room or not. You're gonna have to overcome her at some point too. Or if we go in and go on foot, are we asking to have a conversation with her and go? We all naturally just go, because then if we're doing that, then you won't be able to stealth or really anything. Or do we just say, hey, we're going to the kitchen, we want to go partake in your lovely cuisine, and then let you two break off?
A wise plan, says the other Psion. There's a dichotomy happening in this tent.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I think that's the way, personally.
Yeah, we heard about your delicious good aligned creatures.
The Pegasus.
Does Marcella
Pegasus.
or Orakai have the cantrip? What is it? We cast a message? Yeah, message, sorry.
Yep.
No.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, Marcella has it.
I have it too.
Yeah.
That's good. So you and I could kind of comms with each other.
Just keep in mind 120 foot range. Very limited.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Since
Well, I think we should just go and tell them we want to eat some delicious food, and we'll let the sneaky people sneak, and we'll get into the illithid chamber and start smashing face. And
Yeah, I agree. My last question is, do we wait for the stealthy folks to steal the horn before we engage any of the Elder Brain people? Like, maybe we actually do wait in the cafeteria, or do we engage, start the fight while they are still stealthing?
No, because we need our full force, I would say.
That's what I think too.
I think let them do the thing. Hopefully no issues happen. They come back. We shine the bat signal. Let the dragons come in and like wreak havoc. Let their warriors come charge in and do that. And then we all go at once.
Wouldn't it be better for us to have the signal in case things do go to hell?
I think
Just one of us. can.
yeah, one of you could have the signal. That's fine.
Okay. So, to the cafeteria, it seems.
Do we still have the letter of recommendation
From Deus?
from Deus?
I'm
But it looks
Deus.
totally different.
You gave
Oh, you are
I
Deus,
wouldn't
that's
present
right.
it again.
I'm Deus.
literally Deus.
Deus is here. Hey, these are my homies. They want to crash
Sure.
your head.
You could just be like, hey, I told them about this kitchen, and you have some fresh Pegasus. They all want to eat some. Anyway, let's
I'm
do
good
it.
to go. I want to fight something, and I want to ride on a dragon.
Want to be free.
Okay, so my last question is then, how is the party making their way to Orshada's palace? How do you choose?
I think
On foot.
very normally. I think we
On
would.
foot. It's surrounded by water.
We can
I
take
would
the
say
barge.
Or
on
what's
foot
the
not
other-
hard.
On gondola.
Okay, Kotan will now take his barge, but he can absolutely approach by way of water on gondolas. I just want to make sure that you guys don't decide on any other options. All 6 of you then will procure a gondola and approach by way of water. Sounds
As
excellent.
we approach, Amber is going to summon Thea, her earth elemental.
Yep.
Oh my god.
What? What's so funny?
No. It's just I imagine like we came for coffee and Tia is like 5 meters. So it's
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's as ridiculous as you say it is, but I'm not gonna tell a player now. We'll just handle things as they come, and you guys will have to deceive your way inside.
He's a traveling companion.
Mm-hmm.
and emotional support, Golem.
Yeah,
So,
Those are a dangerous place.
exactly. I don't think it's that weird. I've brought her to galas in Waterdeep. She's my bestie.
Orshadow's palace then rises in front of you from the infernal marketplace like a leviathan wrought of pumice and incandescent iron. Its walls bristle with that countless barbs, hooks, and chains that twitch and rattle of their own accord. The outer facade burns with some grotesque living flame. At its center, at the center tower, the colossal double doors are sealed shut by this ringed sigil of infernal design. As you near, the world seems to narrow. A pressure builds behind your eyes, and you feel that whispering chorus seeping into your skulls once more, 1,000 half-thoughts murmuring at once, as something vast and cold has noticed you. As I put us on the map. I'm assuming the party has decided to approach from the north side or another side entirely, by way of water.
Let's try the north side. Like we went through the south last time.
I don't care where, but place yourselves where you think your tokens would be then, as I place everybody's tokens on the map here, Professor as well, and Juniper as a dire wolf. Juniper, dire wolf. I'll have to give you controls over that token.
Amber, question: do you keep the 10 HP?
Oh, I think I missed the opportunity. It's supposed to be at the end of a rest. I feel like we're past it. I don't want to cheese it.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, druids, when they're wild shaped now, have their own stats based on their actual druid level, right? Not the shape formed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I changed like the main stats on the wild shaped stat blocks in Roll20.
Okay, cool. So, disguised as you are, with the wild shape druid and Thea in turn, I believe I have all tokens on the map. Describe your actions as you arrive at this place.
Well, let's start and let's knock on the door.
The door is warded, and as you approach it, you can feel the heat radiating off of it. You can see through a set of iron bars where her portcullis has also been sort of closed shut over here, where the metal begins to sort of glow red hot at your approach, at your sheer presence. Otherwise, the chamber is visible through what looks to be some sort of a window to the north side.
Okay. I'll cast invisibility while we are doing this. I'm trying to see if we're being watched by any invisible creature.
You cast invisibility on yourself. I don't see how it gives you invisible sight, but yeah.
No, see
It's a
invisibility.
Oh, see invisibility. As you cast see invisibility on yourself, you detect no creatures within this very vicinity.
Okay.
Yeah. How far is your far sight? Is your invisible sight? In field?
Yeah, I think it's 120.
120? Yeah, you can safely see no invisible creatures on this side, but I'll keep that in mind as the spell holds. Is it a concentration spell?
No concentration.
Okay, so you're still maintaining your Mind Fortress then? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll, if the imps are not attending, I'll push the door open.
So as soon as you touch the door, you suffer 1d8 fire damage touching the door. 1 fire damage as it singes you lightly before you pull your hand away. From what brief pressure you put on the door to push it open, it did not budge. It seemed to be somehow locked. There's a large arcane sigil spinning upon its surface. From what you would know from your arcane studies professor, this seems to be some sort of an arcane lock spell, obviously.
Seems like they may be expecting problems.
I mean, I can
wonder-
dispel it. It just doesn't seem like a very friendly way to enter.
Looking around, Tom, is this a balcony?
It is.
How high it is to climb it?
It's about 2 stories above you.
Okay.
20 feet.
I'll point out to it and say like, I have some rope. I'll give you space, some access. So I'll start climbing the wall. I have climbing speed.
Sorry, you have rope and the balcony is 2 stories above you. You have some sort of a hook or something to hook yourself up there?
I have a grappling hook.
Is
nice.
there not a wall? Sorry, is there a wall there
There's a wall.
to climb? Yeah, I have climbing speed.
Oh, okay.
That's
Sure.
I
Well, it's
thought you
also
were
for your-
staying at the party before breaking off when we get inside.
Yeah, why don't we just holler and see if anyone comes to the door?
Okay, go for it.
She'll like approach the bars. She'll go, "Excuse me, we heard that this was like one of the best lunch places in town, but are you not open?"
Your voice echoes out. Eventually, you hear tiny footsteps tittering toward the front. As an imp shows from the shadows, it's dressed in like these infernal butler's clothes. It has this orange mustache and a monocle, and he just goes, "We are closed. I apologize. Orisha does not take any clients at this very moment."
Oh, but what about the kitchen? Surely that's still open. You have to feed, yourselves, don't you?
I am under strict orders to have the facilities closed under the return of our Lord Despater onto our realm. Orishada's palace is under lockdown.
Oh, what for?
It doesn't seem to want to tell you, but you can see the fleeting thought flicker in its mind for a moment.
I subtle spell detect thoughts.
Sure, yeah. As you subtle spell detect thoughts, you detect that it thinks about Orishada's orders from before. While Despater, the lord of this, has gone away from this lair on an errand or some sort of he has been summoned to the council of Gnosis to speak to Asmodeus. He has entrusted the Lord Orishada with the Despater's towering staff, essentially a staff of iron, a major artifact that is a symbol of his power, his rule over this. Entrusted it to Orishada to be kept in a vault here, and while it is kept in a vault here, the entire palace is under lockdown, accepting no clients for the time being, for which the Despater has compensated Orishada all the while, in order to keep this place sealed. The fleeting thought sort of flickers through its mind, as that's the direct thing that is upon its officer's thoughts, and otherwise the butler voices that, "I apologize, it is not up to me to disclose such information. Return upon the morrow."
Do you know? I mean, she'll like look off to the side like she has some juicy information. She'll go, "I heard a little like gossip around town about why the castle is shut down. I was wondering if even they tell you as like just a lowly little imp."
Again, it does not disclose. It seems pretty loyal to Orishada and does not wish to share it with just anyone, not even Deus, sort of hanging around the corner there.
I'll remember that.
All the while, the imp seems to like break a little bit of a sweat. It's a tiny thing, folding its wings to either side of it, trying to keep its composure. But you can tell with like just your passive insight, it is absolutely terrified of both the direwolf and the gigantic rock elemental looming in the background.
She'll say, "Listen, we just have ears all over the place in this town, and we know what you're closed to protect, and we're really just here for the kitchen. So you can let us in, or, we have our ways. We're just so hungry.
An open threat against our shadow will be met in full force. I shall inform the master. And he goes to turn.
Oh, no. Sweet, kind creature, please. We've traveled so very far, and I have to taste this kitchen. I have heard about it throughout the entire realm.
Oh.
And your... Hold on.
Yeah.
And the just succulent meat that is there. Please, we will be as quiet as a little gremlin. You'll never know. And then I take out a soul coin and see if he'll take that.
See, I was about to play into that. Be like, oh, if only something could convince me.
Yeah.
You take out a soul coin and just licks its lips. Yeah.
Yeah. 1 soul coin for you, and you won't hear a peep from us, and we'll keep it our little secret. You'll never know that we were here. Everything will be placed right back where we found it.
Just for the sake of gameplay. Absolutely. Yeah. For the sake of gameplay and the chance of die, I'll give you advantage on this persuasion check. The DC of which is 15, just because it is a medium check, because it will be disobeying Orishada. So we're sort of contesting its fear of consequence of should it get caught. Oh boy, Orishada will be furious. But also, soul coin, promotions, the sheer potential here.
Okay, let me turn on advantage.
Okay, more soul is on the map.
Yeah! Inspiration.
Okay.
One more try. Let me turn it off.
No, wait. No, do not use it. Morsel will make your word sounds a bit more sweet.
Well, he's already rolling with advantage, so the help action will not do anything here.
No. It's a reaction. He gives a +2 flat.
Oh, using your burst of ingenuity. I see.
Yes.
A creature that Sphinx sees when 30 feet makes an ability check, it gives. Okay.
Morsel picks on what the imp wants, and it makes the soul scream, whisper a bit louder. Trying to help.
Very
All
nice.
yours, my little friend.
He reaches through the bars for the soul coin, claws outstretched, and at the same time with the other hand begins to lift a portcullis lever to the side as the portcullis over yonder opens to the south of you guys, allowing you and your party and Orikai to traverse into the palace. You did
I
not.
just gotta look at everyone and hold my breath real quick.
Yeah, as he sort of pulls the lever, he ushers you inside, and should your characters sort of follow inside. I'm assuming nobody stays outside, right?
No.
Yeah,
No,
I'll go
no.
in.
As you guys fall inside, it just drops the lever back, and the lever locks in place and just goes, "You've never seen me," and it just snaps his fingers, and everybody sees it vanish, save for our rogue with invisible sight, as it sort of sneaks past and sort of attempts to sneak past out of sight. If you do wish to follow it, let it just sneak away into the corridors.
Yes, I'll do that. At that point, I'll separate from the group.
Orakai is gonna stay with Marcella.
Okay.
Bad idea.
I guess we'll go to the kitchens.
Yeah.
Go to the kitchen and wait.
Just Orikai, as you are separating from Marcella, you see Marcella disappears in front of your eyes at some point. I cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. So
Yeah, I guess.
Marcella, you would follow the imp around the corner as he just sort of cowers in the corner, not cowers, but bends around the corner over here into a staircase. And invisibility is just hunched over the coin, whispering to it, giggling over it. It's very much like that scene from Lord of the Rings with Gollum and My Precious.
Yeah.
Snickers to itself. If you are still invisible, following it, then you would be over yonder at the entrance of the spiral staircase. The kitchen would be across this chamber, across the hall to the north here.
Okay. Trying to guide Orikai. No, well, I cannot guide Orikai invisible.
Yeah,
Trying to recall Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where the horn was, I try to remember like the hallways and make the way to Albet's room or office.
When you first entered the palace, you were in the hallway leading to Olvet's office, and then you walked away from it following the imp. Alvet's office is this big tower on the west side of the palace, near where Juniper and the professor are standing.
So it will be this way only? Like...
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kyle is phasing through walls, so I'm along with Amber.
Oh, there's... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
I thought that was a courtyard.
Yeah, I thought so
Yeah.
too, honestly.
Nice morsel with the professor at the time.
Okay, so I'll let go of the imp then. Imp sneaks off with the soul coin of here. You guys would then approach the west side of the palace where the office of the Majordomo is. Let me just scroll to it. There is a door there. I don't know if it's not on the map, but there's a door there, obviously. She would have doors in front of her chamber. A sign hangs from a hook embedded in the iron door leading to Alvet's chambers. The sign reads, "No appointments today. The palace is closed under the Spader's directive."
Okay. So just taking a simple look around the room, like in the ceiling, looking for imps. Do I see any other creatures in this room?
A sign is in front of you on a iron door that is closed. The iron door sign reads, "No appointment today. The palace is closed under the Spader's directive." You have no view into the room. I'm just...
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I misunderstood that part.
I just don't want you to look onto a roof. I want you to know where you are.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I'll do what Thief are famous for and drop into a knee and try to force the door open with some tools.
Sure. While you roll me a sleight of hand check for your thief's tools, what does the rest of the party do?
We're heading for
Our
the
way
kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
to the kitchen. The kitchen is kind of on the way to the brain, right?
Yeah, it's on the east.
You are standing 15 feet from the entrance of the kitchen, the entrance to which is past a curtain made from iron, sort of shingles stringed on chains, beyond which you can see the silhouettes of 4 figures. The head of the group is a winged, horned devil with red skin holding a foul butcher's knife, attending to some sort of a body of meat on the central table, his back turned toward the entrance to the kitchen, and surrounding him are a bunch of servants, these hulking, looming, same size as our Goliath, these stitched bundles of flesh, Frankenstein-like in their mass, wearing chef's hats, with these sparkling lightning hearts in their chests. Who shall I turn the camera on to first? The group going toward the kitchen or Marcella?
I'm kind of invested in our stealthers, to be honest.
Did you
So
not take
did I, like,
Orkai with you?
Yeah, did I completely lose you? I'm very lost as to if I can tell where you went or not, because you turned invisibility on.
We'll try to lead you like around the place.
Do you have invisibility on or off?
On.
Then an invisible rogue is
Yeah.
out of sight of Horakai. This is the consequences of your actions.
Okay. I could not let you know where I am.
You can
I will-
speak.
Just grab
Always
his hand.
talking. Words
Yeah, I
in
will
mouth.
say like this way. Psst, psst.
Yeah, Horakai would hear
message?
a whisper 20 feet down the hallway, yeah.
No, I cannot message or I break the spell. So.
Okay. But still, physical touch.
Yeah.
So, hearing Marcella's voice, I'm gonna definitely follow her wherever she's going, and I'm going to try to follow as stealthily as possible.
Stealthily and relying on your dark vision to look at the dark recesses of palace, you look upon the closed iron door to Elvet's chambers where there hangs a sign, and you can see the doorknob rattling as tools are being worked to try and open it. With a 19 Thieves' Tools check, you manage to break your way inside. Door swings open. Within, as the door swings open, I'm gonna ask, what does Orikai do?
I'm gonna hide. Find the quickest spot to hide because.
Sounds good. Stepping out of sight into the nearby like alcove nukes into the shadows. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check, please. As the door swings open. Do you swing it open? You unlocked it. Do you swing it open, Rogue?
I mean, I will not swing it up, but slide it if it can be slided.
Okay, sliding it slightly open, you can see through the slit, or Alvet sits at her table in front of her chess piece, studying the papers. Scrolls. 29 stuff, noted. Scrolls and ledgers lay in tidy stacks. A great iron mantle dominates the far wall, as you remember it. Above it hangs that curious artifact, that iron horn chased in gold filigree, its mouth engraved with scenes of battle. Behind the polished desks, as I mentioned, Alvet sits. A silver monocle sort of gleams in one milky eye as she tallies figures on parchment. She is too busy to have noticed this slight creak of the door as you opened just to see inside. She seems to be immersed in her work.
Okay, I look at Orikai. And Orikai, you only hear because you cannot see me.
What's getting not helpful? I have no idea what.
I'm curious about those papers. What do you think? Should we take a look? Or not?
Have you came back to me, or are you just saying this in the middle of the hall?
You hear that in your ear.
Yeah, it's pretty much like inches away from your face at this point.
Exactly.
And Mordecai barely stops himself before they slap you in the face. And it's like,
Roll to hit with disadvantage. I don't know what to tell you.
This is very inconvenient. You're gonna startle them.
But yeah, like saying what's I'm a bit curious of what's going on, so I'll try to open the door a bit slightly and get in.
Okay.
I rolled a
13 against the rogue's arm class will not hit as you dodge the slap last second there. Being invisible, I fail automatically at any sight checks. Nonetheless, roll me an advantageous stealth check, please, Ivan.
Thank you.
You are no stranger to hags and their senses. You have grown up around them. Sneaking around them is no small feat. And as you roll 24 on your stealth check, my passive perception of 19 does not detect your entry as Alvet's eyes remain upon her desk and her concentration remains upon the various pages and scrolls sprawled in front of her. Lucky you. It's passive perception of plus bonus 21. That's kind of insane. And you beat it.
And yeah, like I'll walk to the horn, but as I'm approaching, I'll try to take a peek on what she's being so focused.
Major Domus documents various tallies for the castle, keeping sort of as a master of coin of this place, keeping track of the various accounts. It's nothing exciting, really.
Okay.
Yes.
In that case,
you do notice there's a letter, sort of half buried in all those that she has read and sort of buried it in her work, and you can only make out the bottom of it. Sort of signed, Love Alvet. Just signed it with her name, and below it is some sort of witch's sigil, a triangle with all the lines sort of crossing one another, forming these like extended corners, forming the letter A. It's a witch's sort of symbol. You would recognize it from your background.
okay.
Love Alvet.
Trying to see. It catch Marcella interest. Like they don't have any love for anything. It's afraid of what could happen to that poor soul. She will try to take the letter.
Picking the letter off the desk will require you to rule another stealth check with advantage because you are supposedly unseen, but you are like manipulating objects on the desk while 5 feet away from Elvet.
Okay.
31 stealth. You grab the letter and with a swish, some pages rattle. Elvet's gaze briefly goes side-face, but she just shakes her head and remains focused on work. By miracle, you're pulling impossible stealth checks here, and you have the letter. I will tell you what it says in just a moment. I'll have to pull up my notes for this.
Okay.
But you can tell it is a letter written to her sister. I know what the name. I just have to pull up the notes. What are the 3 names I gave you for the 2 names I gave you for the active?
Marakai and
Not Marakai.
Anakrida.
Anakrida is that one mentioned in the letter, and it's like a letter to her sister, just telling her the various dealings in this and such, and just sort of signed love, Elvet, like along the lines of like, you know, how are you doing, sister, and all that. Things are as wicked here as they are ever. I'll give you the full letter in just a bit, but that's the brief glance at it.
Okay.
Nana
Yeah,
Anna,
with that.
she calls her Nana
Yeah,
Anna.
Nana.
Yeah.
And with that, I'll grab the horn and try to get out of this room.
Okay, so with your 31 stealth and 24 before that, easily you just stealth out of there with a horn if you so wish. It is in your position.
Again, like with Orakai, really close to your ear, like, hey, we're done. Let's sleep.
If Orakai would be watching any of this, you just watch the horn lift off the mantelpiece, and as soon as it like lifts like maybe like a foot in the air, it just vanishes out of sight.
Orakai is definitely going to take that as their cue to be ready and will not slap Marcella this time.
Yeah. And as we're leaving, Tom, is there a way I could jam this door with the tips tool? Like, break the mechanism?
You can jam something into the lock so it cannot be opened from within with like a mechanical key, for sure. What do you use to jam it?
Damn, I don't have any metal.
Also, something I missed.
Yes.
In retrospect, take 3 fire damage from using a thief's tools, unless your thief's tools are made of metal, like they have to be.
Yeah, they have to be made of metal.
Because I said in retrospect, I'm not gonna count this damage as like to break your stuff or anything, but it is something that happened, just to have a consequence of touching metal.
I have a.
Hello? Yes?
Yeah, just pushing the like a small knife to try to block it from being turned.
Sure. So you shove the blade's tip into the lock, and with a chink, you break off the tip of the blade, jamming the mechanism within. Done, and you sort of leave the door closed in that position. How far will it go in stopping an ancient hack will be determined at a later time.
Hey, I know their ways. But,
Shall I turn the camera toward the rest of the party at this point?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, as you rejoin the party, yeah.
Oh, sorry, you were cutting out for us.
No, I'm just saying I'm turning the camera back toward the rest of the party here.
Oh, gotcha,
as
gotcha.
Ivan and Orakai, as Marcella and Orakai would rejoin the party at this point, I would imagine.
The only thing that the professor will hear from Marcel is like, they got it.
I would kind of look around and try to wave my hand to get attention, not to alert the devil in the other room, and just kind of point down the hall to where they were at, and then just give a thumbs up. Then kind of makes a with his hands like two fists and bumps them together to kind of signal like, okay, now we're ready to go, and shine the bat signal.
Bat signal.
Do we still have the? Did you guys give it
What
to us?
do
I
you-
can't remember. Sorry.
Yeah, one of you two have it.
Okay,
I'm gonna say you or the
I
guy.
presume. So what did it say, Ivan?
I'm gonna say you or the guy. You have the bat signal.
Okay. That makes sense considering I somehow ended up as I would look out for the invisible person. So seeing Isaac's signal, Orakai is going to manipulate the signal.
Okay. And just to give you an insight into where you are, the rest of the party is standing 10 feet away from the cluttering of the kitchen where they see the 4 chefs working within. The professor's standing in front of a pair of closed iron doors pointing toward where the saloon is past there into the docks. You are last standing by Elvet's office, approaching the party sort of thing where you guys entered. So you're sort of facing the northwest docks. Do you want to apply the signal from here or approach closer to the saloon on the east side of this palace? Okay. Am I having connection problems? Is Abby having connection problems? Okay.
For you.
I apologize for that. My internet just sort of died.
No problem.
Okay.
So that's
Well,
the
we
area.
ran the encounter in your absence, and we beat everyone really good, and all came out
Oh,
alive.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
Only
one
Marcel
round.
died.
Super easy.
The thing I
Only
said
Marcel died.
the thing I said before I was connected is I tried to point to Orakai and Abby the location of the party and how we're laid out here. I'm sort of keeping the whole map open concept except for the rooftops and the rooms, but you can't see past walls. So pretty much what the professor and Kail and Marcel are staring at right now on the western side of the room where you guys are iron doors and walls, right? And there are sort of windows on either side of the iron door, sort of barred with iron. And then I just noticed that last we checked, like Orakai was on the other side of the room, and Orakai said that Abby said that she wanted Orakai to blast the signal from this side. So I just want to make sure that that's what we want to do, or if you want to encroach the saloon from a closer sort of.
Yeah, we want to
destination.
encroach the saloon.
Mhm. Okay. Just
Yeah,
screws
I
back
think
up.
what we were discussing doing is, so like this area just to the east of the windows that everyone is looking at, or
Mhm.
that Kail and the professor are looking out of. Yeah, is that open air?
So yes, it is. This is
Okay.
open air, past the iron bars to either side of the iron doors, past those slits. If you would stealth in, sort of check, you can see one figure in your line of vision hovering off the ground, maybe 15, 20 feet off the ground in the open air, outside the tower that is the saloon of Corteso.
And is there more warded gates that anyone can see, like the one that we entered through?
There is a glow coming from the other side of the door where you guys are staring at, indicating that the sigil is sort of placed on the other outer door, visible, an arcane lock of some sort.
So is it this door or a different one?
So the door you guys can see visible to you within the room, this one here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
We can make our way south and try the portcullis then. With the lever.
Okay.
You don't think? I mean, if we open the door from this end, would that trigger the ward?
Last time, I would say it's on the door, not only the side. But
Yeah.
there is only one way to know for sure.
I don't want to test that.
Yeah.
Do you want to do you want to go ahead and see to here and see if this is we can operate this iron portcullis, Mr. Invisible?
Ah, me. Oh, you hear really close to your ear, like, sure, but be quiet. I'm not on that side. I'll try to do that. Trying to move through the tower and see if I can touch the portcullis without how to say, the lever of it.
Okay, so the lever is located to the right side of the inside of the portcullis here, and as you approach it, you can see a shadow of another illithid, squid-faced arcanist floating 15-20 feet off the ground. You can see its shadow over yonder.
Okay.
From where you're standing, you can see its shadow and maybe its feet. You do not detect its eyes, therefore it does not see you, obviously, through your invisibility or otherwise, but it is present there.
What if we set the bat signal off now?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Bat signal.
From our current from Mordecai's current position, or do you want them to move anywhere?
I think we need to step out
Right
into
there.
open air, but I think we should just like rip it as soon as we can see the sky.
Like right where I'm pinging?
I think
That's
that's still indoors.
beneath a
right?
That's
roof,
still
yes.
indoors.
Outdoors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's beneath a roof?
Yep.
Okay.
I think like only like this like wall is the
Okay.
difference between indoors and outdoors.
Yeah, and this is like the dock here beyond that wall.
And if we look like for other windows, like up in the ceiling, are there any that are not like barred or something like that?
Windows in the ceiling? There are none. This is a dome ceiling, and then it sort of wherever the corridors are, it shows narrows into passages. There are no windows facing up from here where you stand. There's just the portcullis here.
And we don't know where is the dungeon yet. Because we could
You
try to
guys
rescue.
could open it and then I can walk out. And if they attack, they attack. If they don't, and they like, hey, what are you doing? It'll give you guys a second to.
I'm glad that.
You cut out Marcella.
Yeah, I don't hear him.
No, nothing. I mean,
think we
do
should.
you want? Mhm.
It would be
Go for
better
it.
to attack as one. So can we, like, shine it through the portcullis because it's, whatever. Like you can see through the gate and everything. Can
You
we
can
like?
see, as you guys are discussing this,
get away?
time is passing. You can see the shadows beginning to move away from the portcullis.
Okay, I open the portcullis as the shadow is moving away.
They are patrolling, they are moving around. Opening
Yeah,
the portcullis, the
as
way is
it's-
open. It does make a
yeah,
noise as it rises. What does the party do?
Signal.
Mm-hmm.
I would have help Orakai and do whatever and get the dial ready and call in reinforcements.
It
'Kay.
sounds good as long as we're all on board for the signal.
Yeah.
Cool.
And do you want me to try what I told you guys, or?
Yes.
Okay, so I try to make the circle so like the area that is safe, but inside should be okay.
What are you trying to do,
What-
Ivan? Because it's not clear to me. You're just drawing circles on my map. You're not telling me what you're doing and where you're targeting.
Yeah.
You don't even have sight off, so.
No. It's just like when you were cutting off, we were talking on how to handle Corteso. So the idea was getting inside and trying to utilize the dust of the sneezing.
Okay.
Well, yeah, if you use it inside, we're not going to be able to go in.
It doesn't linger. It's on that second.
Yeah, it's just a
Oh, it's not
like a flash.
a-
Yeah. Flash
Okay,
of
It's
so
dawn.
not
you
a
just
fog
have
cloud.
to- You have to open with that. Okay,
Yeah.
Flashbang.
gotcha.
But yeah, you're gonna do the bat signal. Do the bat signal, or
Okay.
Once
So
I'm assuming once the bat signal starts, we're gonna go. So like bat signal happens and you throw the dust. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm just giving Abby here the benefit of context because Abby does not see. The party has ventured past the portcullis. If you would stand at the portcullis entrance, hidden from the sight of the patrolling illithid mind flayers about, you would be looking at the eastern side of the palace where rises the tower. It's about 3 stories high, and it is pretty wide. It's about 40 feet across, wall to wall, circular in its circumference. The docks are visible if you turn your character to look to your left from the portcullis, are visible. It is a good 35-foot sprint to the edge of docks where you would have an open signal.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, you're looking toward the outside, but the outside is a little bit blocked by the tower from the entrance where the party has chosen to exit. In front of you, somewhere, voice fading in a whisper, is the rogue, invisible, probably pressed against the wall of the tower. And Kale is just, I guess, is standing in the open beneath where the patrols are. I'm not sure what Kale is doing. But
I
that
moved
is
out. I thought we were starting.
okay.
Yeah.
So, yep.
So what do you guys want me to do with the signal?
Rip it.
Just make... Yes, but you want me to go outside with it?
Yes.
Just a second. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I understand the plan. So Orakai will go to an open spot and release the signal, as it were.
Sure. I'll put Orikai's token somewhere on toward the edge of the dock where she would have view of the shore to the north where I'll wait your reinforcements, shining the signal therein. The rest of the party, please place yourselves in a relative position where you would be at this time as I ask you all to roll me initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
Like if I can get there, I'll get there.
Okay.
Like,
Is Marcel in combat?
yes, Marcel will be in combat.
Where?
It's on top of the professor, like
Shoulder.
yes, shoulder.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not sure why that rolled with advantage. It would be a 5.
No.
19.
Mine's a 21, not a 23. Sorry. I'll fix it.
With advantage. Oh, I rolled twice the same. Okay.
Mats,
Thea acts on my turn.
Mats, do you want me to roll the initiative for you?
No, I did. I rolled a 7.
7? Okay.
Does anybody want to
10,
trade positions?
7.
Carrie, do you want to go before me or anything? I have an 18.
No, that's okay.
Open to anybody else.
I'm also good with trading positions with my 19, but
I want Marcella to go drop a nuke.
yeah. What's your initiative, Ivan?
23.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure you were ahead of me, because or else I'll switch with you.
Okay.
Initiative +4 for this one and +4 for this one. Uh, 7 and a 5.
We are going to start combat around 8:30. I'll go into next.
I mean, yeah, it will go into next. That's what it is. So as Orakai sends a signal, it's like a laser beam that grows like maybe 5 degrees wide and is visible across the bay, shining, waving throughout, catching the attention of 2 mind flayers hovering throughout this place. I'll go ahead and put some combat music for this. There we go. Catching the attention. You get the jump on them. All of you guys have ruled massive initiative. Amber, what is your dexterity modifier? It will probably beat my mind flayer's dexterity. I just need to check though.
It's a +1.
Plus, okay. And I have. Give me a dexterity check. I'll just place myself below or above you, depending on your check total.
Sorry, that was Constitution. Misclicked.
That's okay. I'll take your dice roll though. So whatever that dice roll was plus your bonus will definitely beat my.
It was a nat 20. Plus 1 would be.
Yeah, so you'll go first on our initiative as you catch the attention of these elephants, who seem to be in high alarm mode, being a hive mind. Nonetheless, your signal has been sent out. First to act in initiative will be then Marcella,
Okay.
hovering 2 stories above you.
Yeah, but Marcella will try to open the door. That it's down here. Does it open?
Okay. The doors part, yes, with a hiss. Like the exhalation of a tomb. The air that greets you is wet, heavy, thick with stench of brine. The chambers, as you remember it ahead, expands into like a vast shadowed dome of slick black stone, its walls lined with organic conduits that pulse faintly with this pink light. Arteries feeding toward a single pulsing mass at the far end of the sanctum. 6 mind flayers hover in the gloom, their alien armor molded in the shape of like nautilus shells that gleam with like this oil slick colors. Each rises a claw hand to its temple in the air between them, that's like thrumming with psionic tension. Crawling along the walls and the ceiling are these intellect devourers, writhing brains on taloned limbs, their gelatinous tendrils quivering as they shriek in a chorus at the opening of the door. They see past the door is Urukai and the great stone elemental. At the chamber's heart, suspended a few inches above a cool pool of luminous pink brine, hangs the elder brain Corteso, its vast lobed mass sort of rippling with that faint light as an orb of force domes its place of sanctuary around it in this shimmering orb of energy. To one side, an operating slab rises out of the floor. Upon it lies a Githyanki male, scalp flensed open and skull sewn apart, his exposed brains of gleaming under the surgical light. Strange floating tools orbit the table in sound precise rotation. Beyond that, a translucent containment vat hums with power, filled with this viscous fluid. Within it drifts a human knight clad in armor, his beard and hair sort of suspended like dark smoke, tubes feeding his mouth and nose. On the vat's control panel, formed of like living purple tissue, are various fleshy nodes pulsating like hearts. That's what you see when you open the door. As the light in the brine pool flares, your thoughts blur for a heartbeat, replaced by this alien harmony of voices echoing. We have seen you before you arrived. We sensed your approach, and now you bring the Gith to our sanctuary. We could have been allies. Instead, you bring war. Such waste of potential. As that tremor surges through the brine, the mind flayers raise their hands in unison, ruling initiative, as the intellect devours to shriek and become a single note of psychic feedback that pierces the skulls of you and your party members. We are Corteso. We are Legion. We feast now. And with that, an overwhelming sonic wave sort of floods the chamber, bursting through your mind like a tide. The broods descend. I will rule my initiative, but you get to act on your turn. So go for it.
Okay, so I'll... From inside the room, should I wait for you to put the tokens of everything, or...?
You should, if you want to target. I'm doing that as we speak. 1 second.
Okay.
Tokens. Illithids. Intellect Devours.
Damn it.
Well, I mean, how do you want to act? You would have seen them.
No. I will have act the same way. I'm invisible, so in theory, like, maybe they cannot see me. But yeah, like as
I'm sorry, everybody
getting...
seems to be coming out a lot.
Sorry, Abby, what you said?
Go on, Ivan.
Okay, so yeah, like Marcella will be like running through the door, and she puts like a hand in her face, like a a piece of fabric, like a mask. That's it. A
Yeah.
real mask, like a ninja mask.
Like a bandana. Yeah.
And she gets deep into the room and brings out from it like some sort of dust.
Dust of
And
sneezing and
she
choking?
throw it into the ground.
All right.
And
Let me just open the handout for it real quick, just to remind myself how it works. Dust of sneezing and choking. As a utilized action, you throw the dust into the air, forcing yourself and every creature within 30-foot emanation originating from yourself to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw. Constructs, elementals, oozes, plants, and undead succeed on a save automatically. Otherwise, on a failed save, a creature begins sneezing uncontrollably. It has the incapacitated condition and is suffocating. Interesting. The creature repeats the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on success. Okay.
Okay. So we all have to roll Constitution saving throw.
Well, 15 was a 30-foot emanation from yourself will be blocked by walls. So it will only target Orikai in this instance if Orikai is standing in front of the door to do the signal as this explodes and fills the entire room. The two illithids hovering outside of the chamber are also mutated because they're outside of the chamber.
Yes. And I'm gonna use my lock point because I may need it.
Sorry, it cut out. What kind of saving throw do I have to do?
It is a Constitution saving throw, DC of which is 15 against effects of choking and incapacitation.
Suffocating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Inspiration on that.
Okay. I'm gonna roll one by one for my illithid, starting from the north, and I'm working my way to the south here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 illithids. Okay, so what do we have here? 10-4 of fail. So
18.
15 passes. 18 passes. 13 fails. 20 succeeds. 13 fails. Okay, so 2 of them succeed. The rest are incapacitated and choking as this happens. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the ones that are affected by this with an orange little dot so you know which ones are incapacitated.
And as I just got in and they see me for a second, like making the dust out, as the dust starts to explode, Marcella disappears as I use Misty Step out of the room.
I am now rolling my Constitution saving throws of the Intellect Devours as well. One by one here. Constitution saving throw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're whispered, but I rolled them. I have 18, 9, 21, 5, 2, 4. 2 of them succeed, the rest of them fail. 1. Affected. 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 Okay. There we go. The Elder Brain is going to go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw. It, too, is a breathing creature. As weird as it is, it begins to irritate its various nodules. Constitution saving throw of +5. Please roll it. I failed. I'm gonna eat up a legendary resistance. The Elder Brain, failing a save, chooses to succeed instead.
Beautiful.
So that's resolved. You went out of the room. Anything else on your turn? Sounds suspicious. I might have lost connection again. This is going to be problematic.